Greetings, salutations, and welcome back. Well, so, and in this video, which I have not done a video in a while, but that's in the past. So let's just forget about that and focus on the now. Right, so in this video, I'm just going to do another basic tutorial before I add this parcel to the rest of my shop parcel, which is all here. And I rent from Excalibur Rentals, which is here. Well, yeah. Come on, show me the insignia. Oh, it will eventually. Anyway, yeah, so this is the headquarters of Excalibur Rentals. It is the best rental company on the grid. Seriously, if you're looking for Mainland, this is your place. So this is my shop. I acquired this yesterday, and I acquired this today. I have a total of like about 6,000 friends, and I'm paying like 3,300 Linden a week or thereabouts. Something like that. Anyway, let me just do a check. Yeah, I'm kind of self-conscious about my sound because this one person in World that had scoped me out and found my YouTube channel said that I was overbearingly loud, and that they were an ex radio person or something, and yeah, so that took a knock at my video and streaming self-esteem. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get on with the basic tutorial about my favorite, terraforming. Ah, it's wonderful. Terraforming is awesome. All right, so okay, you have blank land, and as you can see, it's pretty flat. It's pretty flat. So let's get down and inspect it. And it's pretty flat. So before you start terraforming, you want to make sure you know where your boundaries are. So I don't have to worry about over here and over here because those are mine. All of this is mine. My domain is increasing. Yeah. Now back here, it's like, well, where's the yellow line? So you want to look under, and you'll see it here. And what you might want to do first, just to Revert, to make a temporary boundary reminder. So, I mean, there's the boundary parcel boundary. Yeah, I haven't been awake long. And I don't like building right up to it because I think that's rude. And plus, it also allows for more encroachment, which is rude. So I'm just going to put it here. And as you can see, this bit of land, it's already raised, so that'll be a good visual reminder. Right. Okay. Now, just want to look around. Okay, that's what the back of my shop looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change a lot, I think, or maybe not. I don't know, but anyway. So let's get the terraforming. Um, oh, telephone. Hold on. Hello. This is yeah, it is. Okay, so yeah, that was a phone call. I don't get them very often, but yeah, that was to make an appointment to see a nutritionist. Yeah. Um, and I put the recording on pause, right? But I forgot to mute my voice and world. But I did a quick check, and nobody's within earshot, so hopefully no one heard my birthday. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, just okay. All right. So let's get to terraforming. Now on this side, I'm going to use this little dip here as a parcel boundary indicator. But I'll go ahead and put a trim there to remind me, hey, don't go beyond this point. Not that I can anyway. So you might be thinking, but Azza, it's flat. You don't want to mess with the flat land. Ah, but see, I do. I do. I do. Now, I will, um, yeah, I'll do shop stuff later, but right now I just want to do the basics of terraforming because, you know, it's always best to have as many different types of tutorials on terraforming. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to, now I'm in Firestorm. If you are using the Second Life client, these same principles will apply, but you won't have a pie menu like me. And, you know, things may be in different places, but the same principles will apply. Right, so you want to go into Edit Terrain, and you'll see here that you have different radio buttons. You have Select Land, which you will left click, and you'll just hit a piece of ground, and you'll see a yellow square. Well, that is your selection box, and that lets you know what bit of land that you have selected that you want to terraform. Now, if you want to make this bigger, all you do is just drag it, do that, drag it, or you could just do it all in one go by just dragging your mouse while you have the left mouse button pressed. Like, oh, I can make it that way, or that way, or that way, or oh, that way. Ah, very easy. Easy. So, well, yep, that's what I meant to do. Okay, so I keep saying so a lot. I'm really trying not to do that. So you have your area of land selected, and your radio selections are flatten, which obviously flattens. You can raise it, lower it, smooth it, roughen it, or revert. Now, roughen, don't. don't roughen, what that does, it really bumps up your land like these ugly, jagged pieces of torn land. I mean, it's like the edge of a ripped piece of paper. It's jagged and ugly and bumpy. And once you roughen it, the only way to like fix it is to revert it. And it's questionable as to what the original revert was. Normally, it's the state before you've roughened it in this example, but who knows? Sometimes it is, sometimes it's the original revert. So I don't recommend the roughen. No, don't recommend the roughen. Anyway, so okay, let's just do a little experiment and go ahead and flatten. Now, you just hit the apply button because you've got your area selected. So you just want to hit the apply. Hey, guess what, people? It won't go flatten anymore. That is it. Won't go anywhere else. So let's go to raise. Raise it. See what happens. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see with our yellow selection box here, the stuff in the land inside, it is rising, but you'll also notice that outside of the selection box is also rising. That's because land in Second Life, you have to think of it like fabric. Imagine a tablecloth, a round tablecloth on a round table, and you have this straight, flat, no wrinkle tablecloth on a round table. Now, if you bunch up the middle part of the tablecloth, the edges of the tablecloth at the table edges is going to wrinkle up. So if you keep that in mind while you're terraforming, then you'll come to understand Second Life terraforming better. It's a fabric. So that's why that happens outside the box. So let's see how high this will go. Now, if you notice, it didn't rise up in a uniform fashion, like straight up. It's more of a slope. That's because that's just how it is. There's nothing you could do about this. That's just how the Lindens made the land. And I know there's a more technical explanation for it, but I haven't even finished my first mug of coffee yet, so you know. Now, yeah, this is kind of like, well, what can you do with that? Plenty. You could do plenty. Now, we're going to jump on to smooth, and we're going to apply smooth. Now, you see what smooth does? It smooths the edges. It does exactly what the name. It smooths out the edges. So we can apply this a couple of times, and you'll see that it goes down because it's smoothing. Once you smooth an area, then it will decrease in height. So you can see that all around it's smooth. It's smooth around here. Yep. So now we are going to go back to flatten. And you apply the flatten. Now you see how this side here is going up while this side is going down a little bit. Let me just go ahead and continue. Can you see how it's kind of straightening out? Yep. Except for this corner here. But you can go ahead and continue to flatten it out. And you'll see that nothing else will, this part isn't moving. But here is like, it's down. But what can we do about that? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to deselect that area. We're going to go into edit terrain. We're going to make sure that radio button is clicked. And we're just going to select the area of this corner here that we want to kind of like raise up and meet up with the rest. Just a moment. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. I had to shut my door. Seems like every time I say, hey, I'm going to make a video, then I get phone calls and people knocking on my door, and it's just like, oh, next time I ain't going to tell nobody what I'm going to do, because then they'll leave me alone. Right, okay, so so what we're going to do is we've selected it, just this corner, and we're going to hit the raise or rise. Yeah, it's rise. No, it's raise. Yeah, it's raise, because rise is R-I-S-E. We're going to raise it with the apply button. Now, you can see what's happening, can't you? That this corner here, it's not really being risen. It's the area, like, a little bit outside of it. You see that? So it's not really serving the purpose. Okay. So it could be a problem with our our selection. So we'll just do this area here and we'll go to raise. And you see it's still doing it. The reason because this section here is at its is as high as it'll go. So what you've got in your original selection box I think that's too far. Is that. That's what you got. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. It's like, oh no, what's going on here? So, what you can do is you can select part of the original selection box. I'm trying to like figure out how to describe it. And then the area that the area that is anyway, yeah, anyway, just watch. Right, watch. So you've we've risen the area around it, that area that won't go any higher, and it matches over here, like the edges here. You know, it's the same height. So you may be wondering, well, if it's sloped and it's like it looked better flat. Ah, that's possibly true, but there's always an adventure in terraforming. So even though you may be limited, you can still do cool stuff. I mean, personally, I happen to like this here, but I'm not liking the slope. I'm not a very slopey type of person. So we're going to select the most slopiest bits. And we're going to do a smooth. And then we're going to do a lower. Yeah. And then we're going to do a flatten. And you see how it's not slopey. And you still got part of the original selection that is raised up a bit and flat. But, you know, oh, look, no more slopey, no more slopey. I just remembered that when you get done with your terraforming, and if you see that, you know, things that are scripted is wonky, or if you try to walk and then all of a sudden it's like your avatar just can't stop jumping, remember to go to the top of your screen and you'll see that little white S-shaped arrow with a yellow triangle in it, and that's the rebate button. You just hit that and that will sort out your pathfinding properties on that land, and your scripted objects and your avatar will work as normal instead of being all crazy. Right. And so anything else? Yeah, I've just really taught you the basics. I mean, other than that, terraforming is just a try and practice type of activity. But as you saw, the flatten and the smooth, they work well together. And the flatten and the rise can also work well together. As you saw that, you know, I smoothed over here before I raised, and so basically you just have to play around with it. But if you know the basics, then you'll totally get it. And you know, practice does make perfect. Yay! Alright, anything else you want to see, just contact me in World and I'll do my best to teach you. And oh, where am I? Yeah. Woo! And that will be it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.